This is the assembly video for the Nordic back extension V2. Before getting started, make sure that you're installing this on a flat surface. For this first step, you need the main frame, the chrome insert, and two M1065 bolts with washers and nuts. Now, fold the main frame back. Take your chrome insert and put it into the main frame. Line up the two holes and now use your bolt with a washer, put it through, and put a washer and a nut on the other side. Now, put a bolt and a washer in the second hole and put a washer and a nut on the end of it. Wait to tighten the bolts until the bottom frame is completed. For the next step, you'll need the end frame and two M1065 bolts with its washers and nuts. Take your end frame and insert it onto the chrome insert. Line up both holes and use your bolts, bolt with a washer, put it through, and put a washer and a nut on the other side. Repeat this on the second hole. To complete the bottom frame, we're going to use the leg with handle, the logo plate, and four M1075 bolts with washers and nuts. To get started, line up the leg with handle with the end of the rear frame. Then, take your logo plate, make sure that it's in the correct orientation, place it on the end of the leg with the handle. Now, take your bolt, put it through the hole, use a washer and a nut on the other side. Repeat this for the remaining three holes. Now that the bottom frame is fully assembled, tighten all 8 bolts using the tools provided. For the next step, you're going to need the short adjustment bar and one M1085 bolt with washers and nuts. Place the short adjustment bar into the U-shaped bracket and put your bolt through. Put a washer and a nut on the other side and tighten down using the tools. Align the H-shaped bracket with the magnet mount on the underside of the short adjustment bar. Then place your bolt with washer through the hole and use a washer and a nut on the other side. Tighten securely. For the next step, you need the chrome numbered bar and one M1085 bolt with a washer and a nut. Take the chrome numbered bar and put it in the U-shaped bracket on the upper frame. Then insert the bolt with a washer and place a washer and a nut on the end of the bolt. Then tighten securely. Here, we will be inserting and screwing in the center pull knob into the lower adjustment frame. Next, lift up the upper frame and the numbered chrome bar and insert it into the lower adjustment bar. Pull the knob to insert the chrome bar into the lower adjustment bar. For this step, you'll need the foot plate and two M1025 bolts with washers and nuts. Place the foot plate on the back of the main frame and align the holes. Make sure that the diamond plating is facing the rest of the bench. Now, take your bolts and put it through the two bottom holes and use a washer and a nut on the other side. Then, tighten. Now take the chrome loading bar and screw it in to the hole on the back side of the footplate. For the next step, you'll need 2 small ankle roller pads, 2 plastic end caps, and 2 M10-20 bolts with washers. Place the small ankle roller pads onto the main frame. Next, put the plastic end cap on the end of the pad and screw in your bolts. Do this on the other side. To finish this step, use the provided Allen wrench to tighten the bolt on both sides. For the next step, you need the large pull knob and the large ankle roller pad. Screw in the pull knob into the top of the upper frame. Then pull back on the pull knob and insert the large ankle rollers. On the next step, you'll need the knee pad, both L brackets, and 4 M10-25 bolts with washers. Make sure to only tighten these bolts 50%. Wait to fully tighten until this is installed on the bench. To install on the bench, lift the upper frame into the 45-degree position. Pick the knee pad up, pull the knob back, and place it on the upper frame through the hole. Now, rotate the knob to tighten the knee pad to the frame. Take your wrench, and now you're ready to tighten the bolts. For this step, you'll need the hip thrust bar and the back extension frame and 2 pull knobs. To get started, screw 1 pull knob into the hip thrust bar, then the second into the back extension frame. Next, pull up on the knob on the back extension frame and insert the hip thrust bar. For the next step, you'll need 2 handles and 4 M10-20 bolts with washers. To get started, place the handle on the outside of the back extension frame and screw in the bolt. Screw in a second bolt into the handle. Now, repeat this step for the other side. Make sure that the handle is facing up. Now, use the wrench provided to tighten securely. For the next step, you'll need the back extension pad and 4 M10-55 bolts with washers and the back extension frame. Place the back extension frame onto the pad and line up the holes. Then, using the 4 bolts, secure the frame to the pad. Remember not to over-tighten the bolts. Now, let's take the last pull knob and screw it in to the top of the upper frame. Now, insert the back extension frame into the upper frame and then pull back on the pull knob. If you have any additional product or exercise related questions, please feel free to reach out.